Okay, so here's the answer to the question, when does self-esteem become arrogance? This is not an uncommon question. Whenever I bring up the subject of self-esteem, healthy self-esteem, I'm often asked the question as it relates to arrogance. Well, let me assure you that arrogance has nothing to do with healthy self-esteem. It's in fact the absence of. We either have a healthy self-esteem, which is in the target zone, or we have a less than healthy self-esteem. There's no above the zone. Anything that would appear above the zone is just a low self-esteem being manifested in a very ugly and annoying way. If you want to think about who has a healthy self-esteem, think about the people you don't think about. Think about the people who slide under the radar, not because they're hiding, but because it's not about them. I recently heard this quote, and I love it, and that is, humility is not thinking less of myself. It's merely thinking of myself less. Healthy people don't have to focus on themselves. They don't need the longest limousine. They don't need to utter statements and ask questions like, do you know who I am? This just screams compensating to me. The reality is healthy people don't need all the attention. They don't need to control others. They simply live their lives. Once they've taken care of themselves as far as self-esteem, they feel good, they feel fine, then they're able to turn their focus on you. They're able to turn their focus on others to help, to make the world a better place, to do well, to serve. So it's not a bad thing. Healthy self-esteem is the goal. Once I have a healthy self-esteem, then I don't have to take personally all the little things that go negative in my life. I remember in my younger years when I hadn't managed it quite that well. I used to have a very bad temper. I'm much better now. But I remember one time I had a passenger in the car with me, and I lost my temper with someone cutting me off. And I took it personally, and I said, I don't know what I said. Something about they did it to me on purpose. And my friend in the passenger seat said, really? Do you think they thought about you? Do you think they really have you on their mind? And I thought, well, maybe I am a little bit arrogant thinking that they even noticed me. The reality is they're all caught up in their world. They're just doing their thing. It's not personal. And with a healthy self-esteem, we don't even consider that it could be personal. It's just someone behaving that way, and it isn't personal whatsoever. So a healthy self-esteem is a great defender, and low self-esteem can manifest itself in the more quiet, more self-effacing ways, or in the arrogant ways. It's just different ways for it to show up. But it's the same thing. It's called arrogance, or it's called low self-esteem, whether it's arrogance or the shyness. But healthy self-esteem, pretty quite calm, and focused on other things, because self is okay. So that's the answer. Healthy self-esteem does not look like arrogance whatsoever. It actually looks quite calm, quite respectful. That's healthy self-esteem.